What's up guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to episode number 119 of The Road to Glory. Now, if you're feeling generous and stuff, make sure you smash a thumbs up on today's video. I greatly appreciate it. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here. Let's get into the episode. So last time I left you, excuse me, building a new team. And I do that quite a lot on this account. You know, I like to change it up. But I was talking, and I said it a few times, and loads of you picked up on it, about fitting the meta, alright? Just trying to build a team that suits me, and like my playstyle, and the sort of players that I get on very well with. And this is what I came up with. It was a chance for me to use Heung-min Son alongside Team of the Season Harry Kane, who you guys absolutely know that I love. He's ridiculous, and we get some use out of our 93 rated Ferreira Carrasco as well, who's untradeable. We were lucky enough to get him in our TOTS Ultimate Pack. So my team's looking alright, and it's time to go into our first game. Today is Operation Win Myself a Team of the Tournaments item for winning the Daily Knockout Tournament. That is what is on my mind. That's what I told you last episode would be my first goal with this new team. So this is what it changes up to in-game. Saul at CDM, Son up front, Carrasco at Cam, Kane up front obviously as well, and then Herrera and Ali in midfield. For some reason I like to switch Herrera and Ali so that Herrera's on the left side, Ali's on the right. I think it's because Herrera has 4-star skill moves, so on that left-hand side he could always Berber spin in or something. That's what I prefer to do. So, even though I was in control of Harry Kane from that particular corner right there, Heung-min Son manages to nip in ahead and score. I'm pretty sure that's like an auto goal from the computer giving me a goal. Like, I was in control of Harry Kane, I'm pretty sure, unless it changed at the very last second. But luckily for me, that I don't care who scores it. Like, I went 1-0 up from a corner. It didn't last too long though, as my opponent ran down the other end with Renato Sanchez, and I wasn't sure what his weak foot was like. So I genuinely thought he was like going to cut inside, hence why Smalling really slows down and doesn't go close to him right there, and I do concede an equaliser. However, we push through with Harry Kane here. Look at him holding off Smalling. That's what I need in a striker, someone that can actually deal with Chris Smalling on this game. And Harry Kane does manage to get his debut goal for the club to put me 2-1 up in 24 minutes of this game played. Like, for some reason, he just works for me. I was talking to a mate of mine who reckons that someone like Harry Kane just wouldn't work for him. He's a very good FIFA player, and for some reason, like Harry Kane, that type of big, bulky player that's strong and stuff, but not very agile or not great balance, doesn't work for him. Whereas someone like, I don't know, Mertens or something would really work. You know, Messi's a great player for him and stuff like that. So, it's weird how different players play differently with different players on Ultimate Team, and I was just thinking how boring it would be if absolutely everyone used the exact same team. Now I know a lot of people use Smalling, Butland, Heung-min Son, like, and don't you know it, on social media people talk about how boring it is to constantly come up against Heung-min Son. I find the same thing, but I'm like a massive culprit and I use him. But I like this team, and actually Better Call Saul, that's how I'm always going to call him by the way, impressed me in that first game, like playing the Kante role in my DM spot. He's a great little player, and I like him a lot. So we move on into the second round after my opponent rage quits, and I come up against Mane, Son, and Team of the Season Lukaku, who is an utter beast on this game. He might even pip like Harry Kane for one of my favourite strikers, because he's lethal. I'll tell you that, he's absolutely lethal. Harry Kane hits the post and it doesn't quite work out for him, and then my opponent plays a really nice ball through. My defence wasn't quite on top of this Heung-min Son, and he runs through and scores. Theoretically, this Son should be worse than mine because he's an 88 rated version and mine's an 89. However, mine's on 7 chem, so I don't know what the stats would actually be like. We all know that every single Heung-min Son on this game is a complete and utter beast though. But it doesn't matter because Harry Kane goes up the other end, scores a nice goal. I'm pretty sure that sort of came across to him and he volleys it in. Let's take another little look at it. It sort of whips up, hits up, yeah, on that half volley there. He just strikes straight through the ball. Lovely, lovely goal from the Englishman, and he's in 2 goals in 2 games. Don't know how I didn't make it 3 goals in 2 games right there with that particular shot. And I'm not sure how Lukaku didn't score that one either. So both teams were making a few errors in front of goal, not quite being clinical enough to stick this ball in the back of the net. I then play it through to Heung-min Son here, and somehow Smalling gets across the block that one. That's what Smalling can do in this game. He's a super overpowered defender, as you guys know. Second half, I push through with Kane here, take the shot. but Farman is there to block that one off, and it is not going past him in that particular instance. But from the corner, I'm pretty sure Harry Kane, who I was in control of, got that one because he runs off celebrating. But if you take a look at the replay, Heung-min Son nearly does that thing again where he comes up. I don't even know who hit. It must have been Kane, right? Because he was the one which ran off celebrating. I then get a free kick, which I give to Yannick Ferreira Carrasco, and somehow it sneaks in off the post, I'm pretty sure it was, to give us a 2-goal lead in this game, which was actually quite a tough one. You know, both teams were playing all right, and as I said, we were missing some opportunities and stuff, but it could have gone either way at one point in this game, especially with the strike force that my opponents got. But that is a nice free kick from Ferreira Carrasco, and he's one of these players, I keep getting free kicks with him, and I feel like he's one of these players which can actually take them, and it doesn't feel like a random number generator where it just goes either left, right, up, down, like whatever. And then we score another goal literally a couple of minutes later with Ferreira Carrasco really starting to come into the fold. You know what I originally thought about this guy when we packed him is that, yeah, he's got great stats. He could be a good player for us. And then, like, we got in game with him. First couple of games, I was a little bit in my head hit and miss with him because he's like 5'11". He doesn't have like an outlandish haircut or pair of boots. He doesn't stand out on the pitch. And for some reason, that almost made him like fade in a little bit and not really do too much. But so far, so good. He's been doing some great stuff. Now, did you spot the formation that my opponent changed to here? He had 3 at the back, then like 4 wingers and a striker as well. Like, he had a crazy attacking team right in the end of this game to try and get back into it. Fortunately for me, he was only able to get 1 goal back, and unfortunately for him, we win 4-2. But look at that squad that he was rocking right at the end there. That is a very attacking side, if I do say so. So we win 4-2, and we progress through the second round. We're moving on into the semi-final now. All is looking good. I just need to apply another squad fitness. I don't think I did in between the first and the second game. And my players were actually quite tired at the end of that one. But it was because like we'd had a rage quit, and I felt like, you know, let's not waste the fitness cards. Players should be alright on 96 or 95 fitness, right? So Kane's settled in very well. Carrasco's actually starting to do really good as well. And we move on into the semi-final against this. It actually looks like an average side for this time of the game. He's got Butland though, and Smalling obviously, but a front 3 of Robben, Promes and Depay. Actually a couple of good informs there in Depay and Promes, and we all know how good Robben can be with that left foot as well. Left me a little bit uncertain about how this guy was going to be. So I sort of quashed that a little bit when I go 1-0 up under 10 minutes. Harry Kane getting through, doing what he does best, like staying away from those defenders and just power driving that past the goalkeeper, across the goal, into the back of the net. I then nearly score a free kick again. Well, actually, let's not say I nearly scored that one. I got one on target with Ferreira Carrasco, and then Son plays a nice ball through to Harry Kane here, which, he doesn't quite stick in the back of the net. We mustn't forget that he's only got 3-star skills and 3-star weak foot, so on that left foot he might not be too good in front of goal. But then again, 2-star weak foot Robben can score like that. I couldn't catch him. He was actually a very quick player, and he played a nice through ball, and he was able to score against me. Somehow he didn't score that opportunity though, which I felt was more clear cut. My defence literally capitulated. But Harry Kane turns it around, and before half time he scored again. You can see that he is my type of player, right? He's always that striker in the right spot to just score goal after goal after goal. So I'm really happy with the purchase of Harry Kane. I'm also really happy that we've got over 100k left. I like the look of that old team we had with Mertens in form and with Team of the Season Hamsik. But really, I felt like my main budget should be spent on a Team of the Season striker that I super get on with. And of course, that's what we did in Harry Kane. And of course, a lot of our budget is in... what's the Spaniard's name again? I can't even remember. Herrera is the guy's name. And so that may be something in the near future. We may have to switch that up. I don't know. But really, we're not too short on coin, so we might as well keep this team if it works for us. You saw that cracker, right, from the Bayern Munich, Renato Sanchez, like... just absolutely annihilating it past my goalkeeper to equalise for this guy. I then hit the inside of the post and my player's not quite running into it right for me to get the winner. And then in the 90th minute I take a pile driver with Harry Kane, but Butland is able to save. So this one's going all the way to extra time in the semi-final. Tensions are high and this game is like, it could go either way. I feel like with the attempts that I had towards the end of the game, it should have been mine. But to be fair to my opponent, he was able to either not let them in, or put enough pressure on me to put the ball wide. I don't know what it was, but a Gelson Martins comes on in the... That's just such a shit goal. And scores. I guess he's a substitute, right? And I'm guessing it's TOTS Gelson Martins because that's the one everyone uses. Outpaces my defenders. Hits a terrible shot against the post. Then it just dropped to him for him to tap it in and my defenders couldn't block it. That really sucked because now we're losing. And I don't feel like we deserve to be losing. You can see the shots and the attempts we're having on goal here. Smalling is just defending for his life, blocking every single attempt we have. It's crazy how good he was in defence to stop me from getting opportunities right at the end there. Or to stop the opportunities from going through and actually hitting the target. So that sucks, and we actually go out. So my main objective today was to win the tournament so that I could open up one of those player packs and get a tradable player that could be Messi. It could be anyone, of those team of the tournament item designs. And unfortunately, today it's not quite worked out for us. I will have another go. The next video of the Road to Glory that you see will be another run in the tournament. Whether or not I actually make it and win the final and unlock the player, I don't know, but I will definitely have another run at this tournament for you guys, because if we can get one of them packs and get one of them players, even if it's terrible, like it's for winning 4 games in a row, you're going to get someone that's worth at least a 10k discard. So, and for like winning Division 1, you get 15k, and that's a hell of a lot of stressful, long games. And so the Daily Knockout Tournament, definitely worth it when it's up for a tradable player. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. I know I haven't quite pulled through and won the tournament today. Hopefully we will next time. Smash a thumbs up on the video and of course subscribe to my channel if you are new around here. Have a good one and I'll catch you next time. Peace.